Nation! Happy Monday. What? Happy Monday. Nina reminded me. Happy Monday. Monday is my mentoring day, so I spend the day mentoring the people on my team. Everything's been remote today, so it's just been Skype calls and hangouts and Facebook Lives with people. Half of my team is around the world, and a chunk of my team is here as well. And so even the people who are here, everybody's obviously in isolation. So the people who I normally meet, we've been doing it over remote, which has been fun. But anyway, now we're here to be with you guys and hopefully bring some value. Welcome. Alada, Simple Teen Life, Ashok. Welcome, Elan Robert, soir, neem. I love it. Success from Books in the house. I love it. Did we get that book off the Success from Books? I'm looking forward to review. I love it. All right, so I'm looking for a guest that we're gonna bring in. Let's see if I see her. If not, let's get to some questions. Pop your questions in while I wait for my guest. Hello, sir. Welcome, Sunshine. Welcome. Hello, David Harley Jr. Welcome, Antonio Zapata in the house. David Harley Jr. Yo, Vegas. Let's get some Q&A banging. I love the energy, dude. I love the energy. That's amazing. Let's just do a quick check. Looking for. Where is she? Is she in the house? I don't see her yet in the house. So let's get some questions. How to feel useful? I don't have friends and nobody supports me. I don't know what to do. Help, please. The ultimate use will be from helping people who are currently like you, right? So, listen, I don't have a lot of friends, right? I don't hang out with people. I'm not a super social person. Quarantine is not actually that difficult for me because that's most of my life anyway. I'm introverted and I don't mind being, alone by myself. I need Nina. Nina said you need me. That's it. That's true. I need Nina and that's it. That's actually legit. But feeling useful is a human need, I think. And so I love helping entrepreneurs because I struggled so much as an entrepreneur myself. For you, it's figuring out it's the topic of my new book, right? Built to Serve. You are built to serve. You are built to feel useful. You want to feel useful. It's going to be about helping other people. So what have you struggled with that you've gone through, and how can you help other people who are currently struggling with that thing? Because there's lots of people who currently are who you used to be, and they need help. They need your support. They need your guidance. They need your wisdom. And that could be, right now it's not going to be going off and meeting people, but it could be online right now, making content, cheering people on, joining lives, hosting your own lives. A good mix. So you were born to be useful. You were born to serve. You're built to serve. So it's figuring out how you can serve that's going to really help you win. Good luck. What did you learn with Brendan Burchard? Man, lots. Brendan, I would mix Brendan into two things. One, more just on the marketing side. So his funnel, how he promotes books, his membership program, all that stuff was kind of new for me. So that was super helpful. Got my book Friday. I love it. Welcome, Joseph. Happy reading. So yeah, the marketing side. So I asked him about my book and the launch and getting his advice. And he basically grabbed Dean Graziosi and we sat down over lunch and hammered out a strategy, which was awesome. Yeah, and so that, and then just the willingness to ask. He kept pushing me to ask for more help, right? I think as givers, we don't always ask for help. We give a lot, and often people would be happy to help us if we just let them know how they could help us, right? And so as a giver, it's sometimes challenging to ask for help, and so it's been a constant push that I'm very appreciative of, for him to push me on that, to ask more people for help. I'm still working on it. I'm a work in progress on that, but hopefully continue to figure it out. David Harley Jr. Content strategy for super raw beginner. Let's get granular. IG story structure or post structure. So again, your purpose comes from your pain. So I'd be looking at, what did you go through? How did you get out of it? So I go through a process in my book called Who, Why, How. Your who is your most important core value. Your why, your purpose comes from your pain. And your how is how you got out of it. Is a recipe to teach other people. All of those are great topic pieces for an Instagram story or post. I would try to, if you're looking at a content structure, I would try to lead with a powerful opinion right out of the gate. So tell me something that you believe that other people don't believe. Most people, when they're creating content, they start off super weak. And I'm looking at IG posts, IG stories, and YouTube videos in particular. It's like, hey guys, welcome back. It's me. Today I want to... Nope. Gone. Your job is to stop the scroll. So as people are scrolling, right, or like tapping, if you're going on stories, your job is to stop the scroll. So what can you say from the first thing out of your mouth? The very first thing, hit me with a powerful opinion. Tell me something that makes me stop. Tell me an opinion that you believe that other people don't believe, that seems wild, that seems crazy, that is weird duck. You're a weird duck. All of you guys are weird ducks. If you're watching this, you're a weird duck. Welcome to the club. It's the best. So hit me with a weird duck opinion. Then explain it. Give me a context sentence, and then raise the stakes. So tell me what happens if I don't change, right? If I don't change this thing, what's going to happen to me? So powerful opinion, context, explain what that means in second sentence. Third sentence, raise the stakes. Then you tell me a story. Tell me how you went through it, a client went through it, a customer went through it, a partner went through it, something in a news cycle, something, right? A story. Then you can get to the advice. You tell me what to do. Tell me how to get out of it. Tell me how to solve the problem because you've been through it and you've solved it, right? That's a longer video, right? Like go through all that. You got a nice 10-minute YouTube video, but that's a great start in terms of a structure. You want to shrink it down to a 15-second Instagram story. Powerful opinion, 3 sentences. Powerful opinion. Give me context, what it means. Raise the stakes. Okay, does that help? Good luck. I love the weird duck. Yeah, we're a weird duck, right? Like I'm a weird duck. You embrace the weirdness. You're an entrepreneur. You have to be a weird duck to be an entrepreneur. And what makes you weird is the thing that you need to go more all in on. It's the thing that we're afraid to expose to other people. So embrace your inner weirdness. It's how you're different. It's how you're going to win. You trying to be corporate and fake like somebody else is not going to be the path for you. I'm trying to see if my guest is here. Let's see. Maybe she's having trouble connecting. Welcome, Angela. Welcome, Denise. Welcome, Candice. Welcome, Shannon, Mara, David, JP, Ruben, Juan, David, Camo. I still don't see her. All right, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. More questions. All right, what do we got? Obi, I have a good idea. What should I do to get started in terms of a patent? I live in Toronto. Your 2 options. Well, 3 options. 1, you don't get a patent and you just go and you start commercializing. It's the fastest path. 2, you do a provisional patent, which gives you protection for a year internationally. And you could potentially do those yourselves, but your better bet is to try to find a patent lawyer who believes in what you're doing and try to make some kind of deal, right? You may not be able to afford a patent lawyer, but somebody who believes in what you're doing and has connections who can help sell it, who can exchange their time for you to create your patent. And third is to go for a full-blown patent, but that's a lot more expensive if you do it for every country and renew it every year, and that gets massively expensive. So those are your options. Good luck. What else? David, if you are speaking about allocation of tasks via Upwork, as far as pricing, what should a starter look for price-wise? And then it got cut off. What should a starter look for price-wise? So it depends on the industry. It gives you a range. When you're putting in different job categories, like if you're hiring a programmer, it's going to be different than if you're hiring a virtual assistant, right? I mean, it just makes sense. Different skill set, different availabilities of people. There's more virtual assistants than there are great developers, so you're gonna pay more. When you post Upwork, you have 3 categories. There's a $1 sign, $2 signs, $3 signs, and then it should give you a range of how much each one costs, and that's what you start to base it off. That's what I would do. That's what we do. I mean, we've hired I don't know how many people on Upwork, tons of people. Shri Sani in the house. Welcome, Shri Sani. Why am I doing keto? And why do I divide my days? Keto is an experiment more for long-term health than anything else. Just trying to see. I mean, I love hacks. I love hacking my body and seeing what I can come up with. People ask me, do I have more energy because of keto? Like, nope, this is it. Like, it's the same amount of energy, but hopefully the longer-term health benefits will pay off. We'll see. And dividing my days, I just find I'm more productive. I like having different days for different things. I find that when I can say, like, today's my mentoring day, right? So I put all of my people on my team that I need to meet with on one day, and I'm carrying that energy. I like staying in a single energy, and so if I'm in mentoring energy, that's all I have to do. I don't have to worry about making a YouTube video. I don't have to worry about writing a book. I don't have to worry about anything else. When I'm doing my YouTube videos, I like having the whole day just to work on my YouTube videos. And so I think task switching is difficult in general, but it's really difficult for me. And if I'm making a video and then doing a mentoring call and then trying to write a book, and then I just find like I don't get anything done. So I like having different things on different days. And my most recent experiment that actually started today, I haven't even talked about this yet, so sneak peek, is spending the morning on more analytical, data, research, process-based kind of tasks, and the afternoon on more creative, outgoing, talking to people tasks. I find I'm better on video. Like when I'm making my YouTube videos, I'm better in the afternoon than I am in the morning. I have more energy, I'm more creative. And so I'm trying to play with that model for some of my days. Shri Seni in the house, I love it. I love the balloons too, it's great. So I'm trying to play with that in the morning, being more research and introvert, because that's easy for me to be in. And then the afternoon, a little more on my creative side. Okay, that's what I got. Any favorite books on dieting and working out? No, I got nothing, but I don't read that much. My favorite YouTube channel for keto right now is Dr. Berg, Berg. So I go look him up. There's a lot of value on there if you're interested in keto or getting into it, or hacks that I find super valuable. What else? COVID-19 affect your routines? Not that much, to be honest. I mean, I'm introverted. I stay inside all day anyway. I 6 days a week, it's just me and my wife anyway. So pretty normal. The Saturdays aren't as fun because I used to plan Saturdays. I would plan a whole day for my wife every week. Then we try out new food and see what's happening in the city, and that's not happening. So that's a bummer. And then I'm not speaking. I'm not traveling. I'm not touring. A chunk of my time is usually spent. Like right now, I'm supposed to be speaking on stage at an event, but obviously got canceled. So that has had an impact. But I like being home. I like just getting to work. So it hasn't had a massive impact on my schedule. Thoughts on entrepreneurs taking caffeine pills? I don't know. I've never tried it. I'll have coffee, but it's not for caffeine or energy. I would try to hack my life first, right? Like I would try to think, if I'm needing caffeine pills to stay awake and be productive, maybe I need to sleep more, right? I think people focus on giving up sleep too much, where if you're sleeping 8 hours, right, and you want to go to 7 or you want to go down to 6, most people are not productive in the 16 hours that they are awake. So now if you're not productive in your 16 hours, you're suddenly going to be productive in 17 or 18 when you have less sleep. Like it just doesn't make sense. So I would default to really auditing your schedule and paying attention to how are you spending your time when you're awake and making that count. That's where I would focus. I still don't see my guest, so let's just keep going with the questions. We've got a little bit more time. What else? Okay. Alessio. Hi, Evan. Who's the most inspiring person have you ever interviewed? Greetings from Roma, Italia. Welcome, Alessio. Mia madre è italiana. She was born in Molise, so I'm half Italian. Favorite person, most inspiring person I've ever interviewed? That's a good question. I don't know. I've had a good fortune of talking to a lot of people. probably someone either, I had Tony Robbins, Brendan Burchard, Tom Bilyeu was a great one, Sadhguru was a great one. So one of those. There's something inspiring in everybody, or I wouldn't interview them, right? Like I'm having people on for a reason, and I'm pulling different things from different people. Ciao, Evan. Ciao. I'm pulling different things from different people, so I'm getting inspired in a different way. So what I learned from Wim Hof is different than what I learned from Tony Robbins, or different than what I learned from Brendan Burchard or Sadhguru, right? So I think the more you can find people, whether you are actually interviewing them and talking to them, or you're just consuming their content. The reason why you consume a Sadhguru video is going to be different than Tony Robbins, and that's awesome, right? So what are you looking more for? Where do you want to be, inspired? And then find the people who are doing that for you and lean in heavy on their content. Okay, what else? Success from books in the house. How do you overcome camera shyness and just not care what others think of you? Through. I mean, I struggled with this a lot. You can go back and watch my first videos. You could see me, I have 6,000 videos in now, but my first videos are still up. You can go watch it. You can see me being embarrassed and nervous and sweating and shy and all of it. I have learned to teach myself that if I'm afraid of something, especially because of somebody else's opinion or potential opinion, then I have to do it. If the reason for you not stepping into something is because you're afraid of how somebody else is going to judge you, that's not a good enough reason. And I've just gotten out of the thought exercise of it. It used to be, I would try to convince myself as to why I need to go off and do it. Like if I don't reach out to that person, if I don't make that video, I'm going to regret it, right? And it's going to be that this might be my chance. And if I don't do it, I'm going to regret it. To inflict greater pain, because the fear is a pain. So I make a greater pain on myself to force me into action. But I haven't done that in the past couple of years because it's just been, I refuse to accept of myself. It's rebranding your identity to the point where you are not allowed to play small or be afraid because of somebody else's opinion. I mean, you can be afraid, but you can't not take action. And I've just tried to constantly train myself, whether that's a business task or not, right? I mean, I painted my nails orange way back. I walked through an airport with a face mask over my head. I mean, just stupid stuff, dancing on the street, all because in the back of my head was, I'm afraid to do this because of somebody else's opinion. It's not that I really wanted to do it. I didn't want to paint my nails. I have no desire. It's not how I express myself. But when somebody asked me, because half of the reason was I can't paint my nails because people will judge me for it, then I had to go do it just because. And you just build up that muscle. It's a muscle, right? Like anything else, you just are really weak at that muscle right now. So you're lifting 2 pounds. And the more you lift 2 pounds, then you can lift 5 and then 10 and 15 and you just keep getting stronger, right? So think about what the 2 pound equivalent is for you right now. What's the 2 pound equivalent for you to get in front of the camera? It's not caring what other people think. It's just teaching yourself that you're stronger than it. And that's not a good enough reason, right? I think ultimately you'll still always care what other people think, but you'll get thicker skin, you'll get stronger, and you're teaching yourself that you do scary things and that your message is important and that their opinion is not a good enough reason for you not to slow down, for you not to speed up. Good luck, man. I want to see you in. All right, what else? Here's Aga. All right, how do you find your purpose? Your purpose comes from your pain. This is an easy one. So this is why I wrote Built to Serve, my new book, because people struggle a lot with this question about purpose. And you don't need to go meditate for 3 years and journal for your life and all this stuff. Like you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on something to find your purpose. It's easy. Your purpose comes from your pain, period. Whatever you struggled the most with in life, where you felt the lowest as a human being, where you had so much doubt and fear and insecurity about yourself, right? That moment, go back to that moment. You've gotten through it. You're not fully through it, but you're better than when you were before. And so your purpose is to help other people who currently are like who you used to be. And that will never get old. You'll love that for the rest of your life. So I love helping entrepreneurs because I struggled so much as an entrepreneur. Whoever you were, wherever you struggled the most, there's lots of people who are struggling like that, and you represent hope to them. and you want to help them, and you can help them. And that's your purpose forever and ever and ever. It's one of the greatest gifts you can figure out for yourself. Grace Stone video. Come, you're beginning to the level that you're in right now. It was very hard, or you think the process. Not fully understanding this. Read it again. Come, you're beginning to the level that you're in right now. Was it very hard, or you think the process? I mean, it was very hard, but everything great is hard, right? I mean, you want hard. You don't want easy. If you woke up and just did easy things every day, you would hate your life. Like if you ran a race against 3-year-olds, you would win. It'd be easy, but you wouldn't be happy. Like maybe you post your gold medal on Instagram and say, look at me, but you're actually not happy. You're not, I mean, it's too easy. You don't want to just wake up and do easy things. So difficult is great. Difficult, hard, or scary. Again, not a good enough reason not to take action. So yeah, it was hard in the beginning and it's still hard right now. I love it. It's the best. You do hard things. You love difficult. Let's go. What else? Mindset Maestro. Look at that. What a name. Branding versus direct response marketing. Which one, in your opinion, you think is more efficient? This is a short-term, long-term game. Direct marketing is going to be way more efficient in the short run. Way more efficient in the short run. And I think it honestly should be where people start, because to build a brand takes so much time, effort, that most people, as they try to build a brand, go broke. It just takes way too much time to actually get traction on it. And if you need to make money, now if you say, hey, I have money, I could do whatever I want, great, go build a brand, right? But one of the most frustrating things for me is I want to see entrepreneurs get paid, right? I have so many people who come to me who are purpose-driven entrepreneurs. It's like, you want to make an impact and you want to do good and you want to change lives. And yes, I love it. Like, you're speaking my language. Let's go. But you're not getting paid. And so there's so much focus on the branding without ever focusing on making money. And money has to be in your top 5 priorities, right? I'd like to say it's not number 1, but it's got to be in your top 5. Run a race against 3-year-olds, hilarious. Yeah, but that's what most people do. They win a race against 3-year-olds, right? Something super easy, and then they post about it and like, hey, look at me, I won. But you don't actually feel good about that victory, right? You don't want to run a race against 3-year-olds your whole life. You want to challenge yourself. You want competition. Competition is fantastic. Anyway, so short term, direct response, build a business, start making money. To build a giant business, brand. Long-term business, impactful business, brand. Just takes, you have to be in it for the long run. It takes time to build that up. And most people go bankrupt in the process of trying to build a brand. Make sense? What else? Bundu. Welcome, Bundu. Should I follow my dreams with risks or choose a more secure job like the army? So big decisions with your heart, small ones with the head. This is not a practical question to ask. Like, what to do with your life is not a practical question. Because if you think about it practically, you're going to do what currently exists. Your head is designed to keep you safe, keep you small, keep you in a world that you currently understand. Your heart can create something new, something that hasn't been done before. And if you want to start a business, you're able to create something that hasn't been done. That's what entrepreneurs are. When I said back that we're weird ducks, you're a weird duck. This is your chance. So what is your heart telling you to do? And then you use your head to figure out how to actually go off and execute it. The other quick thing I would say is just try to imagine, if you didn't take this shot, which one will you regret more? Imagine a year out. Would you regret going to the army more, or would you regret trying to follow your dreams more? Because if your dreams don't work out, you can always go to the army next year, right? So what are you going to regret more? And let that be a filter through which you make decisions. Good luck. What do we got? Sid Sid Hart Gurov, welcome. Advice for a food entrepreneur in 2020. So my favorite would be to go and look at distribution. Like, the problem with a lot of entrepreneurs who are selling products is just distribution. Who's going to actually sell this thing? So you're either selling it online, which could still be great right now, right? Everybody's doing home delivery, food delivery right now. So that's an option. Or two, actual online or retail distribution. Instead of thinking, how do I get my products out to a million different individual people, start thinking about how can I get my products into 10 people, and through them, it reaches a million people. Because it's way easier to make that sale. I mean, I guess it's easier to make a one-off sale to one person, but it's just so hard to scale that company, right? It's hard to scale it. If you want to start selling huge volume, selling one at a time is really challenging. Just thinking, who do I have to sell to that if they get it, they can sell it to the masses? So think distribution makes a big difference. Guys, I gotta call it. I gotta move on to another call, mentoring somebody else in my circle. So I appreciate you. Happy Monday. I hope this helped take some of the energy here and pour it into building an amazing life, amazing week, amazing business for yourself. I'll come back on tomorrow, I guess, at some point. And until then, continue to believe, and I'll see you soon. Much love.